variants. This is the Sage of Zed. Welcome to the Midnight Lounge. Ladies and gentlemen, Sage of Zed here once again for something very, very special. It's only once in a millennium in the Midnight Lounge when something this special comes along. What I'm about to prepare for you is the most consumed, most quintessential, the ultimate cocktail. Classy, refined, fruity, dangerous. All of these things can be used to describe the variant. Courageous, heroic, made with only the finest of Kentucky bourbons. Black Steel Bourbon. Nothing compares. Nothing even comes close. However, along with the Black Steel Bourbon, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to need several other ingredients. My recommendation, as the bartender of the Midnight Lounge, here, near the tower, in the existence, I recommend that you can substitute the Black Steel Bourbon, since it only comes along every once in a millennium. Jameson Black Barrel. A very refined, classy Irish whiskey. Not Kentucky bourbon, but the flavor profile is wonderful, and it also makes a variant of a variant. So if you don't need a substitute and you have the real deal, this happens to be bottle number 4673 of batch number 2. I also have a couple other bottles. You're going to need 2 ounces of this and some other liquors that are not frequently purchased at the liquor store, or you won't find these in a bar. The next is X-rated. It is a passion fruit liqueur. You will need pineapple juice. Preferably use 100%. Just use the little can. It's the easiest way to go about it. What you will also need is some passion fruit puree. This one is from Finest Call. You can find this in any liquor store. Literally almost all of them. If they don't have passion fruit puree, then a passion fruit liquor can be used as a substitute. However, the flavor won't be exactly right. Whiskey sour mix. Is whiskey sour mix different than sweet and sour? No, it is not. It is usually the same stuff. If you want to go with like a lemon and a lime juice along with a simple syrup and pre-mix those together, go with 2 ounces of each or 3 ounces of each. Mix it separately, and then you'll actually end up only adding 1 ounce of that mixture to the drink later. I prefer using a whiskey sour mix. Now, a lot of people don't particularly like having the modified corn syrup, which is in the grenadine. However, You can use any cherry liqueur. Obviously, we'll have more alcohol in it if you use a liqueur other than just using a cherry syrup. But let's get started. Okay, everybody, for this particular cocktail, you're going to use 2 cups with ice. Your shaker cup, put about 1/4 of your shaker cup filled with ice, and about 3/4 of a pint glass filled with ice. And I'm using a pint glass so that I can show you approximately how much alcohol is going to go into this drink. With a variant, we like to travel around with battle buddies. When you're in the tower, you might want a friend. And especially on Snapshot 7, you're going to need a team. Or a couple friends. Even maybe somebody to sit shotgun. So with every variant, we make it for 2. Careful, however, and Alex can tell you, if you have 3, too quickly, you're a dead drop. Be aware and make it home safe. Okay, first, 2 ounces of black steel bourbon. This almost makes me cry. Because this doesn't come along only once every 1,000 years. So you guys got to be aware. Be on the Midnight Society Discord. Be on the Midnight Society website. And go to Black Steel Bourbon. And maybe you can find some. At Black Steel Spirits, 1 ounce. 2 ounces. Oh, God. Like I said, if you want to save money, you can substitute with Black Barrel Jameson. So, with ice, we're sitting at a little bit over 100 milliliters, somewhere around there. So if you guys you can't see that on there, I doubt, but you can kind of see where it is on the pint glass. Okay. Just want to make sure that you guys get the measurements right. It's very important that you get the measurements right, because if we don't get the measurements right, then we don't get the drink right. So, now, the next ingredient, the X-rated liqueur. This is a passion fruit liqueur. You're going to use the same amount, 2 ounces. Like I said, this is a very potent drink if you were to drink the whole thing yourself. Don't do that. Okay? Don't do that. Unless you want to spread it out. But if you came to the Midnight Lounge, if you came to the bar here in the tower, 1 variant per customer. It'll all make sense later. You're going to take your pineapple juice, crack that open, 1 ounce. Seems to be filling it up. Next ingredient is going to be the passion fruit puree that I was talking about earlier. It's going to start to fill up this glass, okay? Which, like I said before, all of these ingredients would be put into the shaker glass, but I just want to show you by using this pint glass how far it fills up, okay? But you're going to use 2 ounces of passion fruit puree, if I can say it. Years and years of being a military commando. I can't hear, I can't see very well, I can't remember shit, guys. Alright. We're gonna mix these together. Now we have an empty pint glass. Yeah? Okay. Next. 1.5 ounces of whiskey sour. If you really like sour, 2 ounces. I particularly don't like that much sugar, so I'm going to go with 1.5 ounces. Last, but not least, got to put the cherry on top. So let's put 2 cherries for 2 variants. 1 and 2. You can stir if you like, but we need this thing shaken. Shaken like it's never been shaken before. Personally, 30 seconds is the best. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the variant. Enjoy.